my movie recollection with Fitz and Cloud.
John Nemitz.
And this is the show. It's like a game show. Or you know what? It's the speed dating of movie reviews because we get the movies really quick at random and we discuss them. However, it's a bit of a game show, whereas we try to make each other guess the movie. And then, even if we guess the movie's title, if we haven't seen it, we have to come up with our own plot. So here we go.
And like speed dating, this is often one person's first interaction with this movie and have to just get our first impressions.
Yeah. And like speed dating, maybe you're a little nervous, but it's okay. Sometimes attractive women like a man to be slightly nervous. They don't want to seem too confident. So you hear that movie? Don't be too confident. All right, John, let's start with your movies. I'll guess the first one.
All right, let me spin the old wheel here. Oh no. Um, all right. One word starts with N.
As in
Nancy
Neutron,
boy.
Nancy Boy.
Yeah, go.
I was gonna try and stay away from Nancy Boy because I was like, God, you said that a lot. And is that like a not a cool thing to say anymore?
Oh gosh, I hope not. I don't mean it that way.
Right?
Some of my best friends are Nancy boys.
Okay, first one word starts with N. Pass. I mean, give me another clue.
Uh, Directed by John McTiernan.
Oh, oh, uh, oh
And
shit.
as in never gonna guess it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
his first movie ever.
Oh, yeah. Anyone in it? Like, did he happen to get a star or
Pierce
something?
Brosnan.
Wow. Oh, damn. I don't know. Well, is it a sci-fi action?
Kinda sci-fi, kinda action. It's called Nomads.
Oh, okay. All right.
What do you think it's
Nomads.
about?
Pierce Brosnan is kind of a sci-fi action guy. Yeah, I'm guessing him and his family have to travel from planet to planet because they're like, oh, darn it, we don't. Yeah, that's my only guess.
No, way too sci-fi.
Oh shit. Okay.
Um, yeah, so it's pretty bizarre. It's basically there's Pierce Brosnan is like this French person doing the worst French accent in movie history. Um, that he's like a researcher or something, and he has this theory that like throughout history there's always been like nomadic cultures and nomadic people, and I don't even remember exactly what it was, but somehow they have um like a special connection with the supernatural or something. And like in our modern times, it's like basically like people who like live in their vehicles are like the modern nomads of this definition. Um, and he's being vaguely chased by them.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember. I think he actually did get attacked by them. There's a very weird framing that device to the movie where there's a woman who's I believe a doctor or at least someone who would be present in um, an operating room or whatever.
Hmm.
And I'm not trying to protest that a doctor could be a woman by any means, as per the famous riddle. Um,
Oh, right. Yeah.
yeah, like basically, like right away in the beginning, like he says something to her, and then she starts like having his memories, and she's like kind of wandering around, like having like remembering what happened to him, and like, I think he dies like right in the beginning of the movie, but then like she's remembering all his memories, so like Pierce still gets his screen time,
Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like there's like a scene where like she goes to his house and his wife is there, and there's like this like love scene, and you're like, did they have sex with each other? Like the woman and like the two women, like,
Oh,
but then like they make it sound like no, you were just sleeping or something. I don't know. It was really weird. Um, but
wow.
yeah,
Yeah, this sounds really weird. So it sounds like an independent movie almost.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like Nolan's first movie or Aronofsky's first movie where it's like a small budget. You get one actor who when was this? Early 80s?
Mid 80s, I want to say.
Mid 80s. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
I'm
like his next movie was like Predator or whatever. Like
oh
he like
wow. What a
yeah,
jump.
and like somehow like Schwarzenegger saw this movie and was like, "Oh yeah, like I I believe in this McTiernan guy."
Ah, I believe. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, but you stand by that it is really weird. Like you don't understand what Arnold saw in it. Like do you see glimpses
No,
of
I don't understand. Um it like maybe like just from like the idea of like composition and like directing scenes and stuff. Yes, but as far as like the overall plot narrative and story structure, I no.
maybe I know what it was. He was like I can't do the Arnold anymore, but like, he let Pierce Brosnan do an outrageous accent the whole time and made him credible. You know?
Yeah, people can have nonsense accents and it's fine.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Uh, well, I've run out of things to say. Oh, actually, no. I was gonna bring up how big was Brosnan because he wasn't he big in like Remington Steele on TV like in the 80s?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I guess I'm not too sure about that.
Hmm.
Because yeah, I guess this is earlier than much else that I can think of him in.
Oh shit. Hmm. I'm kind of interested, but I'll probably never watch it. It sounds interesting just as like a origin story for McTiernan because
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, I definitely like him overall. Got a lot of good
Uh,
stuff.
another movie. Let's move
Another
on.
movie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's go with my list here. It's a two-word title. First word starts with an R as in pirates. I mean, as in
Raging Bull.
nope,
Um,
that's too old. You want to get in the 2000s era.
ooh, I don't know if I do want to do that.
Yeah, it's an
Um,
okay movie. I don't know.
I can think of another old one that I'm going to say, even though I know
Okay,
it's wrong. Repo
sure.
Man. That'd be fun.
I've never seen that, but that is referenced a lot by people. Emilio Estevez, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
it's that one's good and weird in a good way.
okay. Arnold just never saw it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
2000s
Yeah.
are
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Okay. Ooh,
Sean William Scott.
interesting. Um, American Pie.
American. Um, oh, what's his name? McLovin. He's in there too. Ah,
Oh,
damn it.
really?
Yeah, it's like
Rupert Bad.
2000, I want to say 2014 maybe.
Oh,
Um,
that recent. Okay.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Rupert. You
man,
might not get this because it was okay. I don't know. I can't think of any
yeah.
other actors either, so
Nothing's coming to mind.
Role models.
Oh,
Uh,
never seen it.
well,
I think I've heard of it, but know nothing about it. Um, I think our fellow Paul Rudd gets in trouble with the law, and as for his community service, he has to mentor some youngsters, and he's not a great guy, so he's not the best role model, and hilarity ensues.
wow. That is precisely the plot. But it's weird though because
Finally, a title that accurately represents what I expect a movie to be.
well, it's weird because Sean William Scott and Paul Rudd are energy drink salesmen and they go to like high schools, I think. And they just like that's their day. They just go to high schools and pitch their product and stuff like that. And I think Sean William Scott wears he's in the big mascot costume and Paul Rudd's doing the speech. And it's just that over and over again. And then Paul starts to drink the samples and he just gets like blitzed out of his mind and something happens. I don't know. He like freaks out on someone. So the judge is like, okay, well, for some reason, since you two are friends and you did it together, you have to both be role models together. It's really like, I guess that works. Um,
Judges can make some crazy, um, what do you call it? Judgment sentences.
yeah. Yeah.
Like the woman who like drove the bus on the sidewalk and like had to wear a sign saying how horrible of a person she was and how she wouldn't do that again.
Like a sandwich sign.
Yeah, like she had to stand on that corner and wear a sign or something like that.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a little bit funnier than this. I don't know. I think one of them gets assigned McLovin and he's like, "Oh, I'm a dork and whatever, so help me out." And they're like, "Okay, we'll make him cool." And then there's this other kid who's like really naughty and rambunctious and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna try and make him nicer, I guess, even though they're rambunctious as well. Like they're poor role models, you know?" But
What?
nothing, yeah, nothing really stands out. It was an okay comedy. I think it gets into LARPing near the end. Like I want to say the whole ending is a big LARP, uh, live action role playing for the common man, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for all you jocks out there.
I wonder if there's any jocks listening to this.
I bet right now half the people listening are like actively lifting weights
Oh,
at
that'd be
the
awesome.
second.
Oh, that'd be great. Have cranking this cranking this out in a gym for everyone to listen to. That'd be sweet.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Planet Fitness, give us a call.
Yeah.
We'll be the official podcast of your locations.
Or Gold's Gym, whoever whoever
We'll take
wants
all
it.
comers.
Yeah. Uh yeah, not much to say about this movie. It's okay. Let's move on to the next one, eh? Unless you got
Oh,
questions. I don't
no.
know.
If you want to let this one pass by out of our lives forever, fine with me.
I'm really struggling to come up with something significant about the movie. It was just fine. I think I liked it because I liked energy drinks at the time, and by I liked them at the time means I was allowed to drink them at the time. Now I can't. They'll probably kill me. All right, let's go with your
All
movie
right, let's go. Three-word title. First word starts with J, as in John.
or Jocks. You hear that?
Jocks.
Let's name another gym. Damn, I can't think of another one.
You got.
CrossFit. That's more general, though, I guess. J, three-word title starts with a J. Jumping Jack Flash.
No.
Uh,
Um,
this is a song, I
it
think.
is from the 1970s.
Okay. Anyone in it?
Mm, probably, but I don't know. I couldn't name anyone. It's a musical theater production
Oh, okay. Oh man. Should I
directed.
get this or oh,
There's a good chance that you'll know it. Directed by Norman Jewison.
never heard of it.
It's about the Messiah.
Who's?
Yours and mine, Joker. Everyone's, Vince. Have you heard the good word?
Oh man.
The good news?
Shit, I don't know. I don't know it. I can't think of it.
I'll say it in the intonation that I always think of it because of Comedy Bang Bang or something. Jesus Christ, superstar.
Wow. I've only heard of it. I've never seen it. Um, shit. Okay. I think I've seen an image of someone. It's not on skates, perchance. No.
No.
No, that's something else. That's like something express, something express. Um, hmm. Starlight Express, sorry. Jesus Christ Superstar. Okay, so let's say Jesus Christ shows up in today's world and time, and he's like, I want to spread the good word, and he becomes popular, but like a celebrity, and then it goes to his head. I don't know. That's all I have.
No, it takes place in an ambiguous time frame. This one also has kind of an interesting framing device. So like they're out in the desert and this like bus shows up with all like the actors and stuff who are gonna be performing all the parts. Um, but then it's like it yeah, it's like pretty much all in the desert. So you're not like in like modern cities or anything like that, or really interacting with any modern people or anything. Um, it's 100% song, so there's like no speaking parts at all, which I feel like is actually rare for musicals I can think of. Like I feel like most of them it's like a combination where there's a lot of just dialogue where people are like rushing through whatever and then also music, but this is fully singing. Um it tells like basically the story of like adult Jesus's life. So like him with the apostles going through the betrayal and up to the crucifixion. But like there's Pontius Pilate and all those fellows. Um, and it's really focused on like Judas, um, kind of in the way of the Last Temptation of Christ. Have you watched that one?
No, I
No.
haven't seen that either. I
Oh
want to
man.
though.
Um, really missing out on all this Messiah lore.
Oh God, you trying to convert me? Not you too, John. Not you too.
um, I'm going to convert you to its importance in the mythology of our culture. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but um, yeah, it's like really Judas being just like a concerned guy, like kind of like, hey, I think a lot of your ideas are great and all, but maybe you should chill on this son of God talk. Like
Ooh.
people are looking at you a little weird and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where Judas's, betrayal is coming from, in that he wants to kind of like protect Jesus in a way. Like it's kind of coming at it from that angle. But yeah, I don't know. The music's really like rocking and catchy, and it's definitely an enjoyable watch. Like I would recommend it.
Is the uh, Judas that, he's like, oh, calm down with the Son of God talk. Is that how he was in the book or whatever in the Bible, or is that their take?
Um, that's their take more
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Like, um, I feel like the Bible is open enough to an interpretation that you could take it that way, but it's not. It's definitely not spelled out that way.
Shit. Should I read the Bible, John?
Um, just the red letter version. That's the words that Jesus himself spoke.
Oh, really? Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm kind of curious about it. And it's always been a possibility of checking out, but I don't know. Just all the history and all the stuff involved with the Bible is kind of, you kind of have to get over a lot of that before you even pick up the book.
Yeah, I don't know. It's there's a lot of dry parts. There's a lot of like self-contradictory parts. Um, I don't know. It's kind of nice to know like the main Bible stories in the same way that it's nice to know like Greek mythology and stuff. Just like people can make references and then you get them. But I wouldn't say it's an easy or fun read. It is interesting, like the King James version of the Bible, which was like one of the first big, or maybe the first English language translation. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of like poetic language in it that are still just like figures of speech and turns of phrase that we still use today were like first like ever documented in the King James translation of the Bible, which is interesting.
Wow.
And there's like, I don't know if you call it conspiracy theory or whatever, but that like Shakespeare was actually involved in that translation of it. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Do you know enough about Shakespeare that we could talk about him on the other podcast?
Um, I've read a few of his plays and seen some adaptations of them. I mean, I could stumble my way through.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's on the list, but it's like I don't know. I don't even bother with it because I'm like, I don't even know if Dave knows Shakespeare. I guess I gotta ask him too, but anyways, let's anything else about Jesus Christ Superstar? What's your favorite
Um,
song, John? Do you have a
couldn't
favorite?
name any of the songs.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Um, I've never like listened to the soundtrack or anything afterwards. I only enjoyed the music while watching the film.
So, okay, if I watch this movie, because it sounds kind of interesting, it it's is it a better sit for me as someone who doesn't know the Bible and shit like that, or stuff like that, sorry, stuff. Uh, or should I just go straight to Last Temptation of Christ?
I mean, I would say both of those films, um, people who are strong Christians and have a very specific interpretation of the Bible are going to have issues with them. Um, so I don't know which one would serve you better in that regard.
Hmm.
I know this one is less than 2 hours long. I don't know if I can say the same about Last Temptation of Christ.
So Scorsese was making long ass movies even then. Gosh.
Could be, yeah. I don't think it's 3 hours though, but who knows? Maybe it is.
I think the closest Bible movie or whatever is that I've seen is Life of Brian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's it, really.
Oh,
Uh,
that one told you everything you needed to know.
yeah. Oh my gosh. I just want to say real quick, the ending of like when Eric Idle's singing, always look at it's so life confirming. It's so odd. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Should we move on to a new movie?
We should.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we can't do this again. Transylvania 65000. Or I invite a reshoot. Have you seen it since then or anything like that?
No, I have not.
Yeah, that's what we'll do if we come across these things. Oh my God. Okay, so uh let me double check to see the title. Okay, it's a three-word title. First word starts with a B as in baby.
Uh, Bringing Up Baby. I think I got that one last time for something. Um,
Um,
Bad Boys 2.
no. It's vampires.
Of course it is.
Do we not
Um,
like vampires on this show? I don't even know.
I just feel like they come up a lot from your pile.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Transylvania 6
Um,
5000 as well. That was
yeah.
vampires. Okay,
Um,
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder
Uh,
in a vampire. I don't, I was discovering the other day, I don't know that many Winona Ryder movies for some reason. Is Bite in the title with a B for
no,
vampires?
no.
Bite me, bro.
Reality bites. Here's another one. Gary Oldman.
I don't think I'm gonna get it if it's like Winona Ryder in a vampire movie is a pretty good clue, so I don't think I'm gonna come up with it.
Okay, one final Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh, never seen it. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Did he do that?
Yep.
Okay.
What do you think Dracula's about? Bram
Uh,
Stoker's, sorry.
Stoker, Stroker.
Yeah.
Um, that's the porn version. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Um, is this classic Dracula? The guy shows up to do some real estate dealings and um ends up in the castle alone, and there's a super old, disgusting looking guy there who keeps getting slowly younger as time goes on and not exactly sure why. And um yeah, he's sucking the lifeblood out of our poor hero.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen like Dracula Dead and Loving It, right?
Yeah, and I watched the recent, like a few years ago, BBC Dracula. It was like the three like hour 20-minute episodes. It was really good, actually. I enjoyed it a lot. But
Okay, well, Gary Oldman plays Dracula.
okay.
He's got that weird
When was this
beehive.
made?
94, I want to say.
Oh, okay. I would have guessed
Oh,
earlier, but
92, actually. Wow.
wow.
Wow. So yeah, Gary Oldman plays the Dracula, and he's really good in it. You know, oh my God, Keanu Reeves is in this movie trying to do a Victorian accent.
Whoa.
He's oh my God, it's like this movie is awesome. I'll just say that, but you always have to remember, oh fuck, Keanu Reeves is in this movie, and he can't do. He's like, oh, I've been like he's trying to do.
What
It's
what dost thou mean?
it's so bad. Oh my God. Like Keanu Reeves is a cool guy, whatever, and he's a handsome man, but damn it, he's so limited in his acting. Whew. But we have the lovely Winona Ryder. That's the, he's like, oh, that's my bride back in the States, it is, or not in the States, but like whatever, in London. And but Dracula's like, oh, I must, she looks like my wife from like her wife.
I'd like to meet this wife.
Uh
Blah, blah, blah.
Anthony Hopkins is Van Helsing.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it's cool, but it's really weird. Like he's like you kind of question, is he a creature too? Because he literally like pops out and then pops somewhere else, and you're like, what? why'd you do that? How would you do that? You know,
Why and how did you do that, sir?
Harry Elwes,
Yeah.
he's in it. He's one
Oh
of
man.
those. Yeah, this movie
I
has
don't know
got a
why I've
great
never watched
cast.
this. I have like a huge FFC blind spot for some reason. And like I don't
What's
have a
that?
good Francis Ford
Oh,
Coppola, my
oh, right,
friend.
right, right. I thought I just heard or I heard FC. I was like, is that the people that like control what you can't say or something? I
Did
don't know.
I stutter?
Okay, so Francis Ford Coppola makes this movie with practical effects. And so you get to see like awesome, amazing miniatures and what do you call it? Just think of all the classic stuff you've ever seen, and it's done that way. And it's horrifying. Like you could see some really gruesome deaths, although um it's not used to gross you out just for the sake of scaring you or something. It's just like when it happens, when Dracula feeds on someone, you're like, oh my God, you know, because you have to. So this is romantic Dracula. You know, this is Gary Oldman is like gross and ugly, and then he slowly turns into modern day Gary Oldman. Judge that if you think he's a handsome man or not, I guess. But he goes to hit on Winona Ryder, and it's like this, it's them courting and stuff. It's man, I highly recommend this movie, John. Like this is really well done. Um, I do have to say though, I remember when I first saw this, I think it was at my aunt's house and she had the movie on, and it's when the three brides feed on a baby in front of Keanu Reeves. It is so disturbing, and I started to cry. I was like, why did they do that to the baby? Yeah, I was so distraught by it. Yeah, so it took a while to watch that movie, and I'm glad I did, even though there's so many freaky images, especially when he's like this giant bat. I'm like, oh God, this is demonic. This is gonna live with
His
me for a while.
his man bat.
Yeah. Fucking Renfield is played by Tom Waits.
Oh, nice.
Damn. Oh man. Uh what else about this fucking movie? It's good though.
I'm gonna pause this recording and go watch this movie.
Oh, the fucking everything about this production wise, like you appreciate the craft. There's this Japanese woman, I guess, who designed all the costumes, and they're fantastic. They really kind of steals from Japanese culture a little bit, but it's so damn beautiful. Like all the costumes are great. Dracula's oh man, it starts off with the tale of Vlad the Impaler, you know, because
Hmm.
that's basically what it's from, I guess. So it shows like this fight. Gary Oldman's in on the battlefield with this awesome ass red armor. He looks like a big bat, and he's like swinging away, and it's all done in shadow puppets. It's oh my God, every practical like I think movie lovers who like the crafts and shit are just gonna love this thing. So yeah. Or they did. They did already.
Nice. This might be a future love thinking about it now, but have you ever played like Castlevania video games?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, just when you talked about the Japanese influence on the Dracula story, like there's a lot of that in those games.
That's cool. Yeah, I just never nothing against it. I just never played it. And I'm not much of a video game guy anyways, but um what else?
Happy ending.
Sure, I'll take one. The
Not for that baby, I imagine.
oh, that poor baby. Oh my God. That's
It
so
was a
messed up.
baby.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. Winona Ryder is quite lovely in this. Her friend, Oh my God, that death scene, that'll stick with you because like she gets turned into a vampire and like they have to like do the classic like open up her coffin, she's still sleeping and they gotta like tink tink tink. That's so weird, but that was well done. Shit. I'm just gonna talk and talk about this movie, but I don't think I'm gonna offer anything substantial. Should we talk about a different one?
If you want. Um, maybe we'll get one that we've both seen, but I doubt it.
Maybe both of us could enjoy this.
Yeah. Maybe we get something that more than one of us likes. All right. One word title, which is more of a compound word, if anything. Starts with
Okay.
S.
Uh, nah. Anyone in it?
Karen Allen.
Okay. Still, oh shit.
Mid 80s.
Oh, Starman?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm so
I
excited for a second because I was
I
like, oh,
think
maybe this one has a chance.
no. So I want to though because I remember we had this tape or we borrowed it from a neighbor's and it was a recorded tape. It just said Starman. I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool, but I just never watched it. And I think I know what it is about, like an alien lands and like it just for some reason takes the shape of Karen Allen's ex or deceased husband, and then they
Yeah.
kind of go on an adventure. It was broken down by like Red Letter Media. They covered it. They were like, "We're going to discuss all John Carpenter's movies," and they talked about this. I'm like, "Wow, I've never seen it, but sounds cool because Jeff Bridges is awesome." You know, apparently he got nominated for this movie as well for an Oscar.
Yeah.
Did he?
Played a good off-putting weirdo in it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Sweet.
yeah, I
Uh,
mean, you nailed the plot because you
yeah.
knew about it already,
Yeah.
but yeah, I liked this movie quite a bit. It's fun because he lands in Wisconsin. That's
Ooh.
where their adventure starts out, and they have to take a road trip to the American Southwest.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Neilsville. There's a giant cow.
And a pavilion from the World's Fair.
It's really the only reason to go there. Yeah. Well, okay,
Um,
so wait, it's a road trip movie?
yeah, like
Oh.
they have to get to like New Mexico or Arizona or something. Um, and yeah, at some point um the feds get after them because they realize something weird is going on. I can't remember exactly what, but then it's like her being freaked out by him and
Yeah.
him being like well-meaning, but like, obviously off-putting because he's a weirdo that looks like her dead husband, but like also meaning no harm. So, but also not knowing, like, I think he like is threatening her with like a gun for a lot of it, like just because he's like, oh, this is how you get people to do what you need them to do or something like that.
What? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah. It's like he's like very naive and um yeah. But then they like stop at diners and whatnot and like have to like play it cool in front of like normal people and that goes with varying degrees of success. And
Okay. So is he do they ever show him not looking like Jeff Bridges? Like what's he look like as an alien?
oh, I don't think so. I don't think they show him in another form.
Okay. Is he like why is he there? Did he just like was this an accident that he showed up?
Um, I don't remember exactly, and I don't remember why he needs to get to his destination. Um, in my, I want to say, yeah, it's like some sort of accident that he got there, and um, it's an ET situation where he needs some specific thing to communicate with his people, but I couldn't even say that for sure.
Well, in terms of aliens, like, like I like ET, and there's some alien movies that live with you. Is this like up there? Like, is this a good alien movie, or does it seem like an alien movie?
Yeah, it does. It does seem like an alien movie, but it feels more like a magic movie than a technology movie. Like he has weird alien magic rather than like they have superior technology. If that makes sense.
Okay. Wow. Well, yeah, ET kind of had that though. Didn't he have some weird?
That's true. Yeah, like you could feel what he was feeling and communicate telepathetically,
Pathetic.
telepathically.
Well, did ET though? He remember he had that really weird connection with Elliot.
Yeah, like where he was like drinking beers and then Elliot felt tipsy.
Yeah, that was a little off. Um, Dave, are you with us?
Speaking of a little off,
Well, chime in when you can. We're talking about Starman, a little movie with Jay Bridge.
I don't know that movie.
Oh, well, it's a Carpenter movie, John Carpenter, but this is a non-horror movie though.
Huh. I didn't know
Yeah.
he made such movies.
oh
This
yeah,
is this is not The Thing, is it, John? This is nicer.
no,
It's a nice movie.
no, this guy is no the thing.
You are no The Thing, my friend. Take it back.
There's no Michael Myers
Oh shit. Um, Jeff
either.
Bridges, you said he's good. Yeah, I should watch this. This is like you not watching Bram's movie, It's really good. I recommend that movie. Watch it tonight, John, with the lights off.
I at
Uh,
least have a dim light in the adjacent room.
yeah. Um, one more movie.
All right.
Oh, Dave, do you have a movie for us? Chance?
I do have a list of movies
Oh my
in case you
Yeah,
gosh.
ask me that question.
and one
Woo.
that both of us have seen.
I don't know about that. Okay. I got two different movies. Pick one or two.
Go ahead, John.
One.
All right. I don't know if you guys have done this movie, so we'll find out. It's four words. First word
Forward.
start four words. First one starts with a B. Um, it has Alicia Silverstone in
Blast from
it.
the Past.
Yes.
Whoa, nice.
Wow.
Love
Yeah,
that movie.
I think all three of us have seen it, right?
I should have said Sissy Spacek.
Oh yeah, yeah. Christopher Walken as the dad who
Mhm.
drinks
Yep.
warm Dr. Pepper.
um, Dave Foley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, my
Uh,
wife actually really likes this movie too, so we'll watch it on occasion.
oh, for sure. I think like it was a hit in our family's house. We watched it a lot. Brendan Fraser as
Of course,
the blast.
the titular blast.
Well, let's talk about the plot. So Christopher Walken and Sissy Spacek are like the bomb is gonna land or something. So they
Well, maybe
build,
more so him than her, but yeah.
yeah. So they have an underground bunker in like when was that going on? The Cold War or whatever. Or
It's
no,
like
not
the
the Cold
early
War.
60s. I think
Ye-
Yeah.
when they were showing the
Yeah.
TV, they were talking about like the Cuban Missile Crisis. And it was like a couple of weeks there where everyone was super scared that a bomb was gonna go off.
And what happens though? Like, didn't a
Like
plane
a
land?
plane crashes in their neighborhood, and he makes the only logical choice, which is to seal them and their young son, Brendan Fraser. Well, I don't know who was at that time, but into their bomb shelter with a time operated lock so that they couldn't decide to go out early because the
All
risk was too
right.
high.
Yeah, for the nuclear fallout or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Nuclear. Oh my God. I suck at
I
pronouncing words.
I love the timing of it in the beginning of the movie because they have like a dinner party and then they're all just like drinking and smoking cigarettes and they're all having fun. And then he's like, all right. And he's showing like some of his buddies, like the underground bunker that he has in his backyard, but just like one or two of them. And then he shows everyone, he's like, okay, I'm going to go back down there and shut the lights off. And then all of a sudden, like this plane is coming down and like crashes with him and his wife. And they're like, oh, that was the bomb. And then they just like locks the door, hits the timer for 30 years.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, was the boy not even born yet?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, she was pregnant, and then she has the
Okay.
baby down in the bunker.
Yeah, he's a bunker baby.
That's kind of like the new TV show Fallout. It's bunker babies from a vault.
Okay, so but then opens up and they find out real quick that it's not like the bomb never happened, right?
Um, I don't think so, because it's like it's one of those that time period jokes where like LA is as bad as a post-apocalyptic future. And like the neighborhood he comes up in is super weird and sketchy. Like there's a guy like who has like what just like a bar over where their house used to be, and they like start this weird cult religion about
Oh,
him like
oh yeah.
when he comes up. And um yeah.
Yeah, because when he came up with like basically like a shopping list for his parents, and then his mom tells him like, "Hey, maybe if you get near Pasadena, girls from Pasadena are a little bit nicer. You know, if you find someone who's not a mutant, because they just figured everyone was going to be mutants. So he's like, oh, he's looking around, and then like when he sees some people, he's like, oh, they were like mutants. They're definitely affected by the fallout, and then other people's like, oh, okay, they're okay."
And he's got
Um,
his baseball card collection of all
yeah.
these like mint condition like 1950s baseball cards.
And then didn't he have stock like Apple or Microsoft
Yeah, I think
stock or
that
something?
shows up at the end. Like they make a joke like, "Oh yeah, I'm almost out of baseball cards, so I don't know what we're gonna do for money." And then they have those like stocks like
Yeah.
IBM and stuff.
Man, you know what? I think this is the only movie that I like with Alicia Silverstone.
Oh, you didn't like Clueless?
I've never seen Clueless.
Oh, I think that movie holds up too,
As if
actually.
that's all I know.
No, it does.
Wait a minute though. Doesn't her and Paul Rudd like have this incestual sort of
Step.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Step siblings. It's fine.
Steps. That's great. Oh man, yeah. So I like her in this movie, and I'm trying to think like other movies where I'm like, oh, she was good or something. But yeah, nothing's ringing a bell.
I
But the
can't think
great,
of many movies with her in it at all, I guess.
It's like
Other
like
than
Batman and Robin.
yeah, that's all I can think of.
never seen it.
Oh, don't. Oh my
Yeah, you're
gosh.
you're good.
Yeah. Um, when Brendan doesn't he have like a dance or something? Doesn't he dance at the club or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so his mom gave him like dancing lessons his entire life. So he's like classically ballroom trained dancing. And
And
then
he
yeah,
speaks
somehow
French.
yeah. So somehow he dances with this woman in a very proficient way.
I just remember Alicia Silverstone. She's like, I want to talk to Brendan, so you have to excuse yourself to what's her name? The friend. What's the fucking friend's name? Dave.
Oh, yeah,
Foley,
I don't
yeah.
remember
Dave
his
Foley.
character's name.
But anyways, so she's like, what am I supposed to do? She's like, just go to the bathroom. And then he's walking by Brendan Fraser, and Brendan's like, hi, Dave. And he's like, I have to go to the bathroom. Okay. It is, I love that part. Dang, man. Yeah, awesome movie, awesome characters. I really liked their underground house. I remember thinking that was well designed and kind of cool. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like the ending of the movie where like the mom and dad kind of find out that everything's okay, but they're like they build them like a replica bunker house like out in the country. And then they even put in like AstroTurf
Yeah.
lawns.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, because like isn't it like bookended kind of like in the beginning they're like walking around the the AstroTurf yard and he's like, if you think about it, it's really similar to our normal house. And she's like, it's different. And then they do the same thing at the end. They have the camera just showing the AstroTurf in the house. And like, if you think about it, this is just really similar to our house in the bunker. And then they like turn the camera. You can see like the wide open fields.
I think Christopher Walken, like he starts doing like these paces, like he's measuring
Yeah,
out like where he wants to put
yeah.
his next bunker in his new backyard.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, great movie. Anything else about Blasty Blast before we send off? If not, that's it. Like, subscribe, comment if you're on YouTube. Go to mymovierecollection.com and spread it around, people. Tell your friends, tell your foes. We don't care as long as we get some views and some clicks. I'm Vincent Cloud.
You can even tell people that you're indifferent to. I'm John Nemeth.
And I'm David Lauer.